Loneliness is one of those topics people just don't want to talk about. It makes people feel uncomfortable, and it's made me uncomfortable for years. But I want to talk about it because there's a lot of men and women out there who feel alone, even if they don't want to say it. And loneliness doesn't always mean you're sitting in a house with no friends or family. That's the extreme version. The loneliness I'm talking about is different. It's the kind you feel even when you've got people around you. For me, it hit hard in my early 40s. I had always had a big circle of friends. Through my 20s and 30s, I loved socialising, nights out, footy, boxing, day sessions with the lads, beers, you know, having a laugh, all of it. That was my identity. But as you get older, your friends settle down, they marry, they have kids, your circle changes, and the lifestyle you live for 20 years, you realise you just can't keep doing it. It takes its toll on you, physically and mentally. And that is when the loneliness hits. I started to feel like I was a burden. I started to feel without the drinking, the nights out, the banter, I didn't even know who I was. Because drinking made me confident, it made me fun, and it made me feel the life of the party. But when I got home, when the night ended, when I was on my own, I was deeply unhappy. I lived alone for a long time, and that made it even louder. In the past few years, I've had to have a proper look at myself, a real look. Feel it to heal it, right? That meant uncomfortable conversations with myself, asking who I was, why I felt this way, and why I kept escaping. And if I'm being brutally honest with you, I didn't like the person I'd become. I had a huge ego. I was selfish. And outside of nightlife and drinking, I didn't really have a lot about me. Yes, in the office, I was strong, had a great work ethic, solid sales manager. But personally, I don't really have a lot going on for myself. And that is where the real loneliness comes from. Not the absence of people, the absence of yourself. You feel lonely because you don't like who you are. And when you don't like who you are, you isolate yourself even more. You think, well, if I don't like me, why would anyone else? That's a trap. What changed everything was hitting the point where I knew something had to change. Nobody can force you into this moment to change. You need your own rock bottom, or you need your own wake up call. For me, it was looking in the mirror and realising I didn't actually like myself. I was overweight, my diet was terrible, I was hungover half of the week, I never trained, I didn't respect myself, and I didn't feel proud of the man I was looking at in the mirror. That's the truth most people never say. The reason many of us feel alone isn't because no one's around, it's because we're not someone we respect. We're not someone we are proud of. We hide, we escape, we drink, we distract ourselves, and we call it loneliness. The real truth is this: you're not lonely. You just don't like who you've become. And until you're willing to sit alone with yourself and face that, nothing changes. But let me tell you, once you do, once you are honest, once you take responsibility, you can definitely rebuild. And that is what I'm doing now.